Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel. This is Paschal Nwokocha from Paschal Nwokocha and CHUKWU law offices in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Our website is paschal-law.com. Reach out to us if you have questions, if you need to seek consultation. In today's YouTube recording, we will be talking about three key issues. Number one, we will discuss the executive orders that President Joe Biden just signed 2 days ago. Second, we will talk about the outlines of the immigration legislation that he introduced to Congress this week. And we'll end with tips, things to look forward as things begin to unfold under the new administration. So stick around to the end of the video to make sure you get all the helpful tips we have to share with you. It is a new day in America, a dawn of freedom. President Joe Biden assumed office on the 20th of January, and right after his inauguration, he signed a number of executive orders, and some of them affect immigration. Number one is the executive order he signed to revoke all the discriminatory policies President Trump instituted that affected a lot of people from certain countries, the Muslim ban, and the order that extended to citizens of Nigeria, Sudan, Eritrea, Burma, and Tanzania. Those orders were rescinded. So what that means now is for citizens seeking to move to the United States from those countries, those executive orders are no longer going to be a bar to getting visa to come to the United States. Now, we understand that the State Department has sent notices to all the consulates that they should start processing cases for people who either have been denied or have been put on hold because of these bans. So we expect in the next few weeks that things will start opening up at the embassy. Now, realize that we still have the COVID-19 to deal with. So even though these embassies are being opened, they're going to be operating in compliance with existing COVID-19 protocols. Another thing the president did upon assuming office, he signed an executive order that put a pause on all deportations from the United States. This is a great news because what it now does, it allows the government opportunity to reprioritize their issues where they want to spend their resources on. So the pause is supposed to last for 100 days. Now, that does not mean if you have immigration case that you don't attend to your hearings. You must attend to those hearings unless those hearings are continued. But the order says all removals have to be paused, and while the government evaluates those things and they try to set their own priorities. Under ex-President Trump, every immigrant in the every non-documented immigrant was treated like a criminal, and their policies reflected that. And we believe under the new administration, there will be a total revamping of those priorities and making sure that the resources are placed on criminals and people who really need to be taken out of the country. The president also, in his initial policies that dealt with DACA, he instructed the agencies to make sure that DACA, the Deferred Action for Arrival for Childhood Arrivals, is strengthened. That means for all those children or the young adults who enter the United States as children and who are still here, the president wants to make sure that DACA is preserved for all the dreamers and make sure that threats of deportation is no longer something those dreamers have to deal with. The president also gave a little breather for citizens from Liberia. They were granted an extension of their protected status to June 2022. And that is meant to allow them additional time to go through the adjustment of status application that was passed and became law a couple of years ago. So Liberians have till June 2022 to file their applications and make sure that they address any issues and reasons why the applications have not been denied or have not been approved before then. Now, there are also other issues. The president, what things he did is he also stopped the unnecessary construction of walls along the southern border. That is also consistent with his initial announcement during the campaign that he will halt the building of those walls and apply sensible technology to dealing with the border instead of just walls. So those are the key highlights of the executive orders that the president signed. Now, as I indicated earlier, the president also this week transmitted outline of his immigration legislation. It's a very comprehensive outline. And the key thing that the outline shows is the president wants to provide protection for most people who have been here for many years, the millions of undocumented immigrants, to provide them a path to getting status in the United States, to getting citizenship in the United States. The policy that the president also transmitted talks about making sure that our asylum laws of the United States is consistent with its ideals, so we can treat humanely those who find along the border or those who find themselves here as a result of fleeing persecution. The president also wants to make sure that he applies smart technology when it comes to dealing with the border. So there are a lot of issues that he addressed in the legislation outline that he sent to Congress. It's important for us to know that those are just legislation outlines. So there has not been any legislative changes to the laws. So we should not be making decisions, taking actions based on these proposals. But it gives us an idea to know what the president and the current administration are thinking about how to address undocumented immigrants and the issues of immigration that has plagued this country for some time. Now, I have indicated earlier that we will encourage people that because of the outline and because of the favorable climate we have in this country, thanks to this election of President Biden, a lot of people are going to come out to seek for benefits, and which is very good. And we are urging people, please make sure you use services of knowledgeable professionals. A lot of people are going to be coming out of everywhere, pretending or at least claiming that they will be able to assist immigrants get status. So this is a very important time to be cautious and make sure that you deal with knowledgeable immigration lawyers, not just those who are out to prey on immigrants. Another thing we tell people is make sure you document, keep records of your evidence showing that you've been in the United States, whether it is your employment records, whether it is your tax records, whether it is your international passport, just those things to show that you've been here in the United States and that you have been law-abiding. Keep records of those, because we envision that whatever program that is unfolded for us and for our immigrant clients, that they will require us to show that the applicant has been here legally, has been here without violations of law, can document when they enter the United States and how long they have been in the United States. This is also another time to make sure that if you have any criminal issues, make sure you address them. If you get involved in criminal matters, make sure you talk to an immigration lawyer so that you can get a good advice on possible immigration consequences of any crime you may have. Okay? It's important because we want to make sure that your things, your documents and your records are in order so that when the opportunity presents itself, we can take advantage of those. So that is in a summary fashion what the president has done thus far. The executive orders revoking the travel bans and other orders that he has issued. He has transmitted to Congress the outline of his legislation to deal with immigration issues. And we all have to be careful, document, keep our records showing when we enter the United States and that we have been here without other violations of the law. And make sure you deal with knowledgeable immigration lawyers and avoid people who are out to prey on immigrants. Thank you. You can reach out to us at paschal-law.com, email us, follow us, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.